Hey everyone, and welcome back to Legally Teaching Engineers Sports. I'm Dylan here with Sam and Max Loga, and today will be January 9th, 2025. Happy New Year, everyone.
Made it. Another year. Fresh.
That's right, we're 9 days late, but that's because we took a short hiatus. Sam was off in the distance, Max was TBD, and I was MIA. But we're back better than ever, ready to get it roaring. We're here today, the January 9th, with episode 118 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. And here we go. That's right. We've got NFL playoff talk. We've got college football playoff semifinal talk. We've got the D on fire. And we've got everything else in between. Boys, let's get it going. Episode 118, Legally Teaching Engineering Sports. And here we go.
All right. Enough is enough. Thanks, Cher.
Sam, how do you spell share?
Cher. Come on now.
Let's go. Sam knows his share. Sam, welcome to 2025. How are you doing so far?
Great. This year is going to be the year. For what? I don't know. It's just the year, right? It's going to be the year.
Are you testing positive in 2025?
For great vibes, of course.
Love it. That's the right answer. All right, we'll be thinking about your 2025 sports resolutions because that question may come up soon. All right, before we get to that question and many others, let's head to the Woo Off presented by Alani New. Woo! It gets the people going. It's also provided in joint considerations by Jets Pizza. Yum, 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 Jets. Go get your Jets. Shout out to Frank, our Ford Field Frank. All right, this week's Alani New / Jets Woo moment. We'll go to you first, Max.
Ah, thank you very much. Let me set the scene. Sunny and 75 in Tampa. Monsoon comes rolling in. we're at the Wild Quest Bowl 2024. First quarter, monsoon, Michigan, 3 turnovers. Alabama's bands running to the stands. Alabama fans are running to cover. You know who's staying faithful? Michigan. Michigan, Michigan, Michigan. I'll speed it up. We're on a clock here. The Reliant Quest 2024 Bowl, 1913. University of Michigan comes in 16-point dog and upsets Alabama. Woo!
Love that. I love all that. 9-7. Well done, Max. That's electric. We'll talk more about that in a second. Well done.
Thank you.
Sam, what is your Alani Woo and Jeff moment?
Yeah, that's going to be hard to top. That was fantastic watching that. Mine, there's a lot to pick from the last time. I could take Fulham beating Chelsea. That was fantastic. I could take Michigan basketball being able to watch them. I could take Patrick Kane snipping overtime just last night. I could take the Red Wings 5 wins in a row, but I'm going to take the most important one was Steve Yzerman firing XYZ head coach for the Red Wings. Great call. Just momentum swing, fantastic for the team. And I think that's going to be the biggest moment of the year for 2025. So, to the Red Wings, starting fresh.
Sam, that was a great decision, great call. It had slipped my mind. It's been 2 weeks almost since we've done this podcast. I had forgot the termination of Derek Lalonde. So thank you for that reminder. That is a 9-8. Well done. Very well done. To my Alani New Woo Jets moment, I'm going with Detroit basketball. That's right. They have won 8 out of their last 10. They are 500 with tonight's win over the Nets. Let me knock on some wood. They will be above 500 for the first time in a very long time. Who knows? All I know is in 3 previous years at this time, they had a combined 18 wins. This year alone, they have 18 wins. JB Bickerstaff, great job. Kate Cunningham, amazing, amazing, amazing. He's an all-star, should be in consideration for. I don't know why they're nominating him for comeback player of the year or most improved player. That's really stupid. He should be in consideration for the MVP. Detroit basketball is doing all this. Jaden Ivey broke his leg. He could come back at the end of the year. Hopefully, they're looking for a 5 or a 4 seed. The vibes are high at Little Caesars Arena for Detroit basketball. Just have a bunch of dogs who are willing to put in some gritty effort. They smell like the brothers across the street, and I love every second of it. So shout out to Detroit basketball. Woo!
Yeah, I saw something that I like gives me a notification. It was like Pistons in the playoffs, and I was like, "What? Pistons shouldn't be in the playoffs. They suck." Then I looked and saw. I guess they don't suck anymore. Kind of crazy.
It is very crazy.
Uh,
All right.
I was speaking on the Pistons. Crazy stat. They're a 9-point favorite tonight at the Nets. Tell me the last time they're a 9-point favorite anywhere.
Yeah, I hope this isn't a game they lose. I don't like that. You're right. It's weird. That's really bad. So hopefully the Pistons just win. Don't take that for them to cover. It seems like they played close games every
night. Yeah.
All right. Good job, guys, with your Lonnie New Woo moments. Before we end Jets moments, before we get into our further roundtable talks, let's hand out some winners. So the Passionate Pick Series is officially over. Shout out to everyone who participated, joined in, was a GHLer who hopped on and made some picks. People from afar. We had a couple people from overseas and throwing some picks to us, so thank you to all of them. But to no further ado, our champions in college are Mr. Mac Diver and Mr. Blake Tosto. That's right, they tied. They'll be kissing their sisters.
So put it out there for the GHLers. This is a podcast that is not like second places. We do not give out participation medals. This is a factoid. They actually did tie.
Yeah, literal tie. We didn't have a tiebreaker. So Sam, let's make a reminder for next year. We'll install a tiebreaker with points.
What are the odds, though? Right? Like they actually had a lot of different games picked too. That's the crazy part.
They did have a lot of different ones. So they'll split the $75. Max, let's make sure we get some POs and some invoices out on that.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And then our champion of the NFL, Miss Christina Paglia, with 8 points, demolished Parker. Congratulations, Paglia, the only one to take the Vikings. Her locks were impeccable. She had the Ravens, she had the Lions, both won. Everything she touched was fire. I think she ended with 8 points or 8.5 points. A great week. So shout out to Christina. Great week every time she picked. I'm not going to say maybe someone rubbed off on her, but maybe someone rubbed off on her. Congrats, Christina, though.
Well deserved.
So, yeah.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. And Sam, hold your applause because you, in fact, finished last between the three of us. Congratulations in the NFL and college throughout the year. That was based on the 8 games we picked plus the locks. So that was the total points, not your actual. You were a lot closer with the actual 8 games where we just picked those out.
Record.
Correct. But the points is where did you win. So that's how you finished last in both. Max, you won college. Congratulations. I won the NFL. So I guess to decide who will be picking the flavor.
I feel like there's one more thing, right? We had one more pool going on throughout the year for a winner and a loser, correct? In the NFL?
What?
A fantasy of sorts?
Yes, so thank you. Let me get to that. And let's keep going on that. So we're going to have 3. So we've done 1. Sam's last on that. Max is first in 1, and I was first in another. Fantasy. Max finished dead last. Lost to a computer. Sam took second.
And I would have won if my whole team didn't sit week 18. And Dylan has Gibbs that gets 4 touchdowns. Like,
yeah, that was just as Gibbs did that. I remember. So I don't know how do we weigh this. So Max has the worst loss out of all the losses.
Pretty
So now
bad.
the third and final factor I'd say is the bracket. So if Max finishes last, I think he's the ultimate loser just by weight. If Sam finishes last, he's the ultimate loser. If I finish last, I think we still make Max the ultimate loser.
Yeah,
Unless
he
he
lost
wins.
to a
That's
computer.
fine with me. Chicken wings sound good for
Yeah.
dinner. I'll do it.
All right.
It's just
Sounds
really
good.
bad you lost to a computer that some weeks
Well, let's.
didn't even change his lineup.
I'll put an asterisk on this. I ran that computer team, so no, I'm just
So
kidding.
you finish. So you want
I
you
didn't
want
touch
third
it.
and fourth.
I didn't touch it all year long. It was doing its own thing. I right hand up, didn't touch it.
So there's a famous quote out there. So I think it's less is more.
Amen.
All right, so
so
stay
we
tuned then. Okay.
so stay tuned. We're gonna turn to the bracket. It's between Max and Sam who's gonna eat the wings. It's between myself and Max who's gonna pick the flavor of the wings. I don't think Sam has a shot at picking the flavor.
Unless I go undefeated.
I will say that if we have a perfect bracket, that person, yeah, they get
Sure.
loaded up. Yes.
I'll go look at it right now.
I also think the loser, the hat's back in. So Sam, you still owe Max a hat of sorts, and the hat's
Add
back
it to
in for the
my
bracket for the NFL. So whoever you pick as the winner, no, whoever you want, whatever team you want as a hat, the first place gets it from the loser just of this bracket.
Does it have to be from the playoffs?
Nope, but it
All
has to be an NFL. It has to be NFL hat though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll get to the bracket soon enough. Actually, let's flip it tonight. Let's do the bracket right now. We're hot on it. Let's just do that first.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. NFL bracket. I love looking at brackets. Black brackets are so exciting. I can't wait for March Madness. I know you guys can't either. Were there any surprises, Sam, from your viewpoint, just looking at the bracket, seeing who's in the playoffs? I don't know. Any surprise teams, just initial look?
I mean, how I hate how the NFL kind of did, like the fact that the Lions were playing for a 1 but could end up a 5 is kind of atrocious to me. And then you have like Houston. They even have a winning record.
Barely.
Yeah, and and the Buccaneers weren't bad, but yeah, I would say Houston was probably the biggest surprise for me for them slipping in there.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you, Sam. It's tough pill to swallow. Right? It doesn't happen often, right? Where two 14-win teams are basically playing to either have a bye in the other one seed or basically have to go on the road for the rest of the playoffs. Kind of a wild scenario. We haven't seen that maybe in a very long time. Very fortunate and happy that the Lions were able to succeed on Sunday night against the Vikings, beat the shit out of the Vikings. So they are the 1 seed. The NFC runs through Ford Field. That's pretty sick, not going to lie. Well, again, we'll talk more about the Lions themselves in the roundtable, but yeah, I'm glad that they beat the Vikings. Tough break for the Vikings, having to be the 5 and head out to LA and see Kelly Stafford. Max, any initial thoughts before we make our picks?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say that the NFL should take a page out of like the NBA where it's just seeds. It's not like your record is what matters, and then go from there. Don't have this like
Division.
division. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, just go east west kind of thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I doubt they're ever going to change this thing. NFL is pretty stubborn, but yeah, this is. I don't remember it ever being that big of an issue in the past. This is just one time for with the Vikings and the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it showed the weakness.
Agreed. All right, let's get into it. Super wild card weekend. We've got 2 games on Saturday. We've got the Houston Texans hosting the LA Chargers at 4:30 on Saturday. And then Saturday night, I believe we have Baltimore hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's pick those 2 games first. And Sam, I'm going to turn to you to kick lead off.
Yeah, I'll do the Chargers and the Houston first. Like I said, I don't think Houston really deserves to even be in the playoffs. So give me the Chargers here to technically an upset. Yeah, technically an upset. So give me that. And then this Steelers Ravens is a crazy game. What is it? Their 3rd meeting of the year. I believe they've split the year. It's home. It's Lamar. I don't know why I'm rambling. Everybody knows what I'm taking. So give me the Ravens, but I won't be mad if the Steelers win for Dylan's prop bet.
Yeah, thank you for that. All right, I'm gonna hop in here. I'm doing the exact same. I might bet Pittsburgh plus 9.5, like when it comes to betting. But I'm gonna take Baltimore to move on the line. I'm taking the Chargers to beat Houston. I just think Jim Harbaugh is gonna have that team ready to go. Houston's offensive line's ass. And Chargers, Sam, actually, I know they're a 5 seed, but they're 2.5 or 1.5 point favorites. So
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a wash, right? The 5-4 situation.
yeah, that's true. So I will join you there. Max, what do you got?
Yeah, so I saw this stat, which is crazy. Jim Harbaugh in his first seasons at places, so when he was with the 49ers, he went 13-3. Michigan, he went 10-3. Chargers, he's going 10-6, and he's not done yet. So all the man does when he comes places is win, and he's going to continue to win. He's going to make a wake in the playoffs here. He's going to ruffle some feathers. So give me the Chargers against my dogs that I've pulled for all year. Sorry, Houston. But then I'm going to go Mr. Unlimited gets knocked out. I'm going to take the Ravens because I want the Ravens to ruffle some feathers in the AFC.
All right, I like it. Let's keep going with when the games occur. So let's go Saturday at 1. That is actually the next game on the bracket, funny enough. That's Buffalo and Denver. Let's just do that one quickly. I'll go first. I'm at this spread, I think I saw it at 8.5. If I'm just picking spreads, I think I'd still take Buffalo. I think Buffalo beats the piss out of Denver. I'm big on the Bills. Sam?
Yeah, you have to love how Denver made the playoffs. Fantastic game for them. But yeah, that high is gonna end real quick. Give me the Bills.
X.
I'm also on the Bills. I don't think the Broncos are that.
All right, so our AFC divisional rounds all look the same. Like I think kind of as to be predicted. But this is where things could get funky. The NFC is maybe not as lock and step. Let's head to the Saturday 4:30 game. This is going to be the Packers and the Eagles. Max, I'll turn to you. Who do you like here and why?
This is a hell of a game, I think. Probably could be the best one of the playoffs, I think. Two high, fluent offenses going against each other. But I'm going to take Philly just for the experience in Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love's still a young gun, so I think he may get flustered. Give me Jalen.
So Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol. What then?
He practiced it in. He was looking sharp. So thank you.
Still in concussion protocol, just so you know.
1 + 1 is 2, and that's all I need to hear from it.
All right, Max is on the Eagles. Sam.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I know Jordan Love got banged up in the last one. I think somebody else might have got injured for the Packers as well.
Christian Watson towards ACL.
Yeah, so that's a big target for him. That I don't know. My gut wants to say Packers because I think it'd be sick. Or go with the gut. Give me the Packers.
I like it. I like the gut. I think like week 4, I said I thought the 49ers maybe were the toughest team that scared me with the Lions in the NFC. And then I think it was like week 10, I switched it to the Eagles, and I still think it's the Eagles. I'm very, very, very glad that the Lions get to play indoors if they do have to one day face them, rather than have to go outdoors. Philadelphia, I think, will beat Green Bay with or without Jalen Hurts. I don't think Green Bay is that good. Yeah, Jordan Love's soft. I don't know. LaFleur's a bitch. Fuck Green Bay. I'm on the Eagles. All right, let's run it back to the Sunday night game. Let's just go right up the bracket. This is interesting how I don't know if they intended this to be like this, but they went right in order of the bracket. If you go down and around.
Down and around.
So let's go Bucks, Commanders. I'll kick lead off on this one. I actually don't want to kick lead off on this one. Sam, kick lead off on this one. I think this is the toughest game to pick.
Why? How is this tough? You got Jaden Daniels to Terry whatever. Give me the Commanders. It doesn't matter. Who's Baker throwing to? Himself still?
That's fair. Sam's quick with it. All right, so Sam's on the Commanders, a 6 seed. Max, who are you on here?
This is probably the trickiest one because you never know who you're gonna get. You get hot Washington, you get cold Washington, you get sexy Baker or ugly Baker. So for the way I want this bracket to work out, and the way I see the Lions getting to the Super Bowl, give me the Commanders. Sorry. I almost said Redskins. Give me the Commanders to upset Tampa in Tampa.
All right. Max and Sam are both on the Commanders here. Yeah, I think I want to take the Commanders because it's the hip young pick. Baker Mayfield's a dog, and I just think Tampa Bay's got a win in their belt at home in the playoffs, and it's a pretty cool stadium, Raymond James. Raymond James, I like it. Been there, peed in their bathroom quite a bit. May have pissed dogs on them during the monsoon. You'll never know. So I'm with the Bucks. I'll ride. No one else is gonna ride the Bucks, so I'll ride the Bucks. Um, so then that takes us to Sunday or Monday night now. I'll rip this one first. Rams, Vikings. I'm actually going to take the Rams. Rams got a bye week last week. Vikings had a really emotionally draining game, physically draining game. They got beat up against the Lions. I think the Rams, they rested their whole starting pretty much offense. Rams are going to shock some people and knock out the Vikings after Vikings could have been the 1 seed. Max.
The fact that Dylan just said that made me think of Aaron Glenn just opening Sesame and the stat that I'm going to refer to back in the regular season. So I'm going to change my bracket. This is what I'm getting at. There's a stat that teams that played the Lions next week always lose or always did. I don't know if that stat is up to date. Dylan said it, emotional loss. Aaron Glenn gave LA a book of how to shut down the offense of Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson. And I think LA is smart enough to read it and follow along. So give me LA. As much as I sit here and change my pick, give me LA.
Max is on the Rams. Sam.
Yeah, I have different reasoning here, but I think the Vikings winning would be pretty cool for the NFC part of it. Like, you got the Lions, the Vikings, the Packers all just still trenching their way through. But I agree. I think the Lions showed and LA watched. And they're a good team. They got a good coach, and Stafford can put up points. So give me them to
I
win.
like it. All right, good deal. So all of our NFC brackets looks slightly different just because of the seeding, but our AFCs are exactly the same. So let's pick that first. I will kick lead off. So in the divisional round, I'm going to take the Chargers to upset the Chiefs. Wearing the hat. Yeah, go Jimmy. I just think the Chargers have a good defense. It's tough to be a team twice, really tough to be a team 3 times in 1 year. That's what the Chiefs would have to do with the Chargers. I know Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, but they've just been squeaking by all year. It's time for the Chiefs to shake it off and just say goodbye. Go Chargers. Max?
Yeah. It's crazy Dylan says that. I mentioned Jim Harbaugh wins, but Jim Harbaugh brought a lot of key pieces to the Chargers, aka Jesse Minter. He's also a winner, former national champion. And like Dylan said, it's hard to be a team 3 times, and he's learned 2 other times. So he's ready to ace this test on the 3rd time. Dylan said they skated by, and they have been skating by. So give me the Chargers as well.
All right, Sam, take us home. Chargers, Chiefs.
Give me a rested Chiefs to skate by.
I like it. It's the smart pick. It's probably a pick that gets you out of the gutter ball or out of the dumpster.
With that Packers pick, it helps, right?
Yep. So you're adventurous on one side, probably logical on the other. Sam run it right back. This is probably the most difficult game of all the playoffs, potentially. This could be, some people look at this maybe as the Super Bowl. Baltimore, Buffalo.
Yeah, and it really could come down to the weather as well. Is it going to snow? Who knows? Give me Baltimore, because why not? It's a coin flip. I think it's going to be a great game.
I agree. Max.
Give me Buffalo to find a way. Buffalo to find a way.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Buffalo too. Kind of like you said, Sam, weather. It's going to be in Buffalo. I just don't think you want to go to Buffalo. That's really a hard place to win. I believe Buffalo already smacked around Baltimore once this year. I did say it's tough to be a team twice, but the first time wasn't really a game. So this will be the first game they actually played. It's I think the first game nobody played in the second half. It was that big of a whooping. So yeah, I'll take Buffalo. And let's just finish off the AFC bracket. So Sam has Chiefs, Ravens. Sam, who do you have there going to the Super Bowl?
The Ravens.
All right, Max, you have Chargers, Bills. Who do you have going to Super
You
Bowl?
have Chargers, Bills. Back to my hardball stat, he never won in his first season. He would get there, but he never won. So give me Buffalo.
And I have Buffalo Chargers, and I'm also going to be on Buffalo.
That Buffalo Ravens game is going to be a deciding
It
one.
is.
Oh, it's gonna be
It
a great
is.
game.
It's going to be an awesome football game. Can't wait, honestly. Hope it happens. No upsets here in the wild card.
Yeah.
All right, let's shift over to the NFC. I will kick off my divisional round. I'm going to go top right. So I've got Rams, Detroit. Stafford comes back to Ford Field. Stafford gets that ass kicked again for the third time in 3 games. First one being in the playoffs last year. Second one being the start of the season this year. Third one in the playoffs this year. So I've got Detroit going to the conference championship game at Ford Field after defeating the Rams. Max, you have Lions Commanders. Who do you have in that?
Yeah, Lions. Jaden Daniels walks into Ford Field and just says, "Shit, I can't play," and walks right back out. He's gonna be scared shitless. So give me the Lions.
Don't disagree with that logic. And Sam, you have Packers Lions. Who do you like here?
That's a fantastic playoff game. That's where it ends for the Packers. So give me the Lions to advance there. But I think that'd be the environment in Ford Field would be amazing if that could happen.
I agree. Sam will run it right back with you. And your next game is actually going to be Rams Commanders. Who do you have in that one? So this is going to be to go to the conference championship game to play at Ford Field against the Lions. In your
See, I feel like that is the matchup that is the most fun to watch on that side. I feel like that's going to be a high scoring affair, and nobody's going to play defense. It's just going to be 65-60 Washington.
Washington. Wow. So Sam has the Commanders going to the conference championship game against the Lions. I love it. I like that pick. I have Tampa Bay and Philly. Yeah, I don't know. Philly's really good, so I'm going to take Philadelphia. Philadelphia to the conference championship game. Max, I believe you have Philly versus the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? All right. Who do you like there?
So I'm gonna take Philly. Don't really know why. Just give me Philly.
Fair enough. Max, finish the bracket. Philly Lions.
Oh yeah, Lions, baby. Lions, Buffalo, Super Bowl rematch. I mean, game, what was it? Week 16 rematch. Lions, Buffalo.
All right, I
Give
like
me
it.
my
Matt,
winner.
go for it.
Hear me out. I'm gonna set the scene again. Lions are in the Super Bowl. Governor Whitmer gets her head out of her ass. She gives everybody in the state of Michigan the next day off. So our state of Michigan's already behind it. It's a holiday in Michigan, right? She's a G. The Lions win the Super Bowl. That following Saturday is their parade. You know what day that is?
Your birthday.
My birthday. It is a magical scene, and it's going to happen. The Detroit Lions win the 2025 Super Bowl.
Just for you.
Just for me. Well, it wouldn't be on my birthday. Just the parade would be on my birthday, and that'd be more electric.
I love it. All right. Max has a Lions Super Bowl over the Bills in New Orleans. Sam, who's coming out of the NFC first? You got Commanders, Lions, and then you have Ravens on the AFC side. So pick us NFC winner and then the Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, I think that the Commanders and honestly the Ravens as well will probably give the Lions the biggest run for their money with a moving quarterback and just the ability to get out of a press.
Black.
Huh? No, moving.
Black quarterback.
But home field advantage, give the Lions an extra 7 points. I think they make it. I'm not going to not take the Lions there. And the Lions Baltimore playoff Super Bowl would probably see me down in New Orleans wearing my two jerseys on top of each other just for funsies. Give me the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. I gotta take Lamar here. He deserves it so bad, but I won't be mad if the Lions win.
Is Lamar going to win the MVP?
I don't think he necessarily. I feel like there's better people than him, but for some reason, I feel like he'll win it.
Yeah, I think he's going to win it. I think he should win it. So
He's had a great year.
Had a great year. Yeah, I've got Lions beat the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles, can't stand them. It's Philly scum. Probably it would be a tough game for our cousin Matt. He wouldn't be sure who to root for there. When it's convenient, he posts things about the Eagles. When it's going good for Detroit, he posts things about Detroit. He'll be probably in a mind fuck there for that one. So I've got Detroit, Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Conventional wisdom makes people probably think I'm taking the Lions here. Well, guess what? They're right. It's 2025. We're testing positive. I said it's hard to be a team twice. The Detroit Lions, team of destiny. You don't have 77 injuries. You're gonna see Aiden Hutchinson suit up. He's gonna play some snaps. I don't know if he's gonna do anything. He might re-injure some shit. He's gonna suit up. He's gonna play. The Super Bowl MVP is gonna be Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's gonna be electric. Detroit's gonna win a Super Bowl. The parade's gonna be on the 14th because everybody loves love. Not the 15th. Sorry, Max. But still gonna be so much fun. Detroit Lions 2025 Super Bowl champion in New Orleans. Book it.
But
Love it. I mean, they're 3 wins away. To even sit here and say that is crazy. I know you had chance last year. This year just feels different as teams have to come to Ford Field. There's a path paved.
Yeah, last year.
The argument Dylan and I got into like 3 weeks ago about home field advantage, he was proved me right.
Yeah, there was never a doubt. I never was swayed for my defense. I was always right in that argument. Max, I don't know where you were going with that, but yeah. They're having the week off. David Montgomery's going to be able to suit up now. Anzalone already came back, but now he can heal his arm a little bit more. And you just hope maybe like one of those edge rushers can come back or something. But we'll have Ford Field Frank on next week to hype us up, get us really pumped up for Detroit Lions playoff football. All right, good bracket, boys. Official loser of the bracket buys a hat for the winner. And then, like we said, if Sam loses the bracket, he's going to eat the chicken wings. If Max loses the bracket, he's going to eat the chicken wings. All right. Let's go to a round table. We've got about 8 minutes. We're going to go rapid fire in this round table. We're going to make this round table our bitch. Let's start right there with the Lions and just generally Detroit sports. How about it? Nobody in Detroit sports has lost in 2025. The Tigers haven't lost. Red Wings haven't lost. The Pistons haven't lost. And the Lions haven't lost. How about Detroit sports, boys?
they're back.
April in the D? Hell no, it's January in the D.
100%.
Love it.
Yeah.
You said it, Derek Lalonde's gone. They got McClellan in. Things feel a little different, right? There's a little more energy with the boys.
Yeah, I would say that watching I don't know if you guys have been watching the last few games, but definitely more effort, different lineups, kind of not, switching things up. It looks better.
I mean, if they make the playoffs, his quote about 2 weeks ago, just play effing hockey, will go down in the infancy of Detroit sports. He was ripping the team. He said, just go fucking play hockey. And they've been playing hockey, so.
Yeah, and simple hockey too. You get the puck in your zone. It's been there a while. Just freaking get it out. Who cares if you ice it? Just get it out.
Amen. No, they've been fun to watch. I said the Pistons kind of touched on that. They've also been fun to watch. Simple basketball. Pass, make your shots. Defense, run out, fast break, limit the turnovers. It's been fun to watch. Jaden Ivey's down and out, but other dogs have stepped up. Asar Thompson has stepped up. Sasser has stepped up. 00 Max, help me out, or Sam. Rookie
Ron
Holland has stepped up, and then you got the veteran dogs have stepped up. Hardaway with a career high the other night. Tobias is playing like a dog. Yeah, it's just a different night, different player steps up. So a lot of fun to watch them.
Speaking of Tim Hardaway, did you see his stat line from the other night? 26 points, no fouls,
yeah, that was
assists, no rebounds, just 26 points. Shooter.
That was his career high. So pretty wild.
Electric.
Sweet. All right, Max. Speaking of Tigers baseball, what was in the news?
They signed Gleyber Torres, new shortstop coming to town. Exciting stuff. They're still in the running. Supposedly one of the top 2 teams for Alex Bregman. It's between them and the Toronto Blue Jays. So hopefully they can sprinkle some magic and pull him in to the Motown.
Yeah, fuck Canada. Their own prime minister doesn't even want to be there. So why would he want to go there? Justin Trudeau. Ow! Don't go there, Bregman.
In the latest news, I've heard Jack Flaherty is also wanting to come back to Detroit. So if they could somehow sign Jack Flaherty,
be sweet.
Look out for the Tigers.
Glaber will not play shortstop. He's going to shift to second base. And so what that means is Colt Keith is playing where? First. What does that mean? Spencer Torkelson. Nah. He's got to earn his DH spot, basically.
Yeah. Or they
But the news I was going to talk about, Sam, who is the Tigers broadcaster?
Oh, no clue.
Oh, Jason Benetti. He was named the Michigan Broadcaster of the Year.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jason.
Good guy. Sam, who won the Heisman?
Couldn't tell you.
Max.
Travis Hunter.
Yep, alien head. Max, who you got? Texas, Ohio State.
Next.
Notre Dame, Penn State.
Notre Dame.
Texas, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Sam, same questions.
Yeah, Ohio State, Notre Dame to win it all.
All right, there you go. All right, I'm going to go Notre Dame, Texas, Notre Dame to win it all. Max, who you got to win it all?
Ohio State, because Michigan beat the national champion.
I'm going against conventional thought here. I think the team I want least to win it is Penn State. Second least is Ohio State. Third least is Texas. It's weird to think, but out of the four evils,
does it still count if my Big Ten champs end up winning the whole thing instead? Like, I think it should still count, right? A little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We can review the tapes. I'm fairly confident you never said national champion. You just said Big Ten. So, no. All right, Sam. I told you to think about this. What is going to be your 2025 sports resolution?
Simple one. Win a game in indoor soccer. Struggle bus for the team right now. I'll win like 11. It's fine. We're gonna figure it out.
I do have on here. Ask Sam about his indoor soccer team. So thank you. That's like 2 for 1. Well done. Max.
I don't think I did mine last year. Mine last year was get to more a unique sporting event. I don't think I did that. I sat down before and I tried to reminisce of sporting events I've been to throughout the year, and I don't think I got to one more obscure. So I'm going to stick with that one. I'm going to double down on that one. Get to a more obscure sporting event.
Nice. Well, you should go to Live. They're coming to Plymouth.
Nah, you should go to this TGL stuff. Tuesday night. You guys turn that on.
I did turn it on last night. I was very confused.
Sure.
It's the indoor golf simulator league that the PGA put on, but it's like sponsored by Tiger Woods solely. I don't know. Weird.
Just put it on.
Yeah, I watched videos and I then internally thought to myself, I'm not watching this shit. Nice. I don't have a resolution at this time. I just think I'm gonna test positive for everything. I'm just testing positive. What about Max? Give me something.
Did you guys see the U.S. World Junior team came back and beat Finland in overtime?
I did see that.
3-1. Sam, do you know what they earned with that championship victory?
No, I did not.
Free Chipotle for a year.
Wow.
What?
That's impressive.
Team. It's pretty electric video. The coach came in and goes, fellas, you know you just earned? And they're all like, I don't know, like gold medal, world championship. No, free Chipotle for a year. And they all just lost their shit. They went nuts. Every single one of them just went nuts. They're like, let's go. So pretty funny video.
How do you get that? What if I have a USA hockey jacket?
Yeah, you got maybe a gold medal.
I can make one.
Quest medal.
I can make one.
There you go.
You think they give him like a platinum card or a Chipotle? You think they give him that like corn card?
Probably. They drop it on the table and just bounces his medal.
Damn. That's pretty sick. That's a good one. All right. What else we got? Okay, actually I thought about my resolution. I think my resolution will be to hit a certain milestone for sports gambling. That is value of money bet on sports. I won't say the actual number, but it's a milestone I feel comfortable with, excited to be at. I hope to be there by March. That's my resolution. I'm not sure if that's a resolution or not, Sam. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's
quarter resolution.
Let's go ahead and say that's and then the resolution would be to win money. I guess I'm just talking about throwing money. I hope it comes back in profits.
We'll call that a checkpoint.
Okay. And then at that point, maybe we should check me in somewhere. 2025, testing positive. All right. So we barely touched on it, Max. It was your Woo moment, Woo Jets moment, the ReliaQuest Bowl. Let's do a little more into that because that was spectacularly awesome. Michigan football ends the year with a victory over Alabama. Alabama was ranked number 11 in the country. Max, you already said it, 16-point favorites. Michigan ends the 2024 football season champions of the ReliaQuest Bowl, defeating Alabama just as they started the 2024 football season on January 1st, defeating Alabama in the Rose Bowl in pursuit of their 2023-2024 national championship title. And Max, we are recording on January 8th. What is this, a one-year anniversary of?
That said national championship, the ass beating that they gave to the University of Washington.
That's right. Hail to the victors. I'm getting fired up, Sam, if you could not tell. Ask us a question about the ReliaQuest Bowl. Any question, go for it.
Yeah, what is ReliaQuest?
Ask us a different question.
That's the most important one I want to know.
Okay,
Okay.
I think Max knows. No, I think Max knows. Go for it, Max.
The cyber defense website.
Beautiful. Okay. Did you guys get to go look at the pirate ship?
Yes.
Okay.
Our seats were actually like below it.
Oh,
Our seats
cool.
were right next
Did
to it.
they shoot cannons from the pirate ship when teams scored?
They came through the speakers. They did.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Both
they shot
teams
like the
got 'em.
smoke came from the pirate ship, and okay, sick. So you mentioned you didn't leave your seat during the monsoon. Were you dry by the end of it?
My front side and everything aside from like my boxers and back of my shorts were dry. My socks were my shoes were really wet still.
Yeah, it was 80 degrees in pure sun by the second quarter. So you just sat and baked and you dried off. So yeah, it was nice.
Would you go to that bowl again? Regardless of the teams.
If I lived down there and I didn't have to, if I was in the area already, yes.
Okay.
I would say Raymond James, a very nice stadium, very unique, very nice. I would say it was fan friendly. So it was very aesthetically pleasing to look at.
It was real grass, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We were trying to determine that watching it because the announcers would say turf and then they'd say grass, and we're like, they look like they're messy, but I can't call it.
It was real grass. And then another cool thing, Sam. So before the game, there was also like a not quite monsoon like, but it was like a pretty good downpour. And it was just Max and I and Courtney and Christina. And we were like in the end zone watching Michigan warm-ups at the top of the concourse. And the rain came, everyone departed from the end zone, like watching Michigan. Michigan stayed out there, obviously warming up. So Max and I just stayed there because we're men and we like ball. And so we got down to the first row. So we watched 40 minutes of Michigan warming up, like hearing them like talk to each other, really like right there. Like it was really, really cool. So we could tell like firsthand it was grass.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so were your seats good then?
Yeah, we were on the other side. So we were in the end zone where all the Alabama turnovers and Michigan field goals and touchdown happened. And that was the most amazing part. I'll turn it over to Max in a second, but when the Michigan players would do something legendary, they'd like pump up the crowd. And this was all during the monsoon, and the people in front of us had all left. So it was like Max and I and Dad and Paglia and Courtney were like pumping them back up. Like it was amazing.
I will say, I think the most memorable moment was timeout. And this is when everybody was like, shit, all right, timeout, we're leaving. People were just streaming for it. And we stood strong. 3 guys behind us stood strong. And then the next thing you know, Michigan players have folding chairs and they're jumping up and down during a TV timeout. And you look to the Alabama sideline and they're just huddled up under their tents. And the Alabama fans are walking up. You look to the Michigan sideline, they're jumping up and down with their folding chairs. And the Michigan fans are yelling right back at them. It was a sea of blue and maize, and it was unforgettable. Electric moment. Top moment, 2025. It happened in 2024, but it's 2025 memory.
Yeah, they touched on it on the broadcast, but it did justice for what you're saying, so that's pretty sick. Yeah. Would you have rather
Like,
it rain the entire game, or are you glad it didn't rain?
If it would have rained the whole entire game, Michigan would have won by 60.
So-
I agree with that, but it would have been a lot more miserable. I'm glad it did not keep raining. Uh, Someone sitting next to me asked me if they should bring their rain jacket, and I said no.
I've heard this story.
I for one, am glad the sun came out.
I- oh yes. Okay. Last question is: at any point did you think Michigan was going to choke and lose, or did you have no? Okay, good. Glad it wasn't just me and Brian.
About the start of the second half.
Yeah, majority of the second half. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So really happy to see them win. Last thing on it, we had three good old Southern boys behind us just chirping about the SEC generally, and uh, the guys behind us actually are the ones who took the. I think I might have said one thing back, and that was it. And the three guys behind us who were dogs gave it to them about how this is Big Ten. This Big Ten football. So that was fun. Like to see that. Yeah, we collectively our group, I think it was Max and I started the it's great to be a Wolver it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine at the very, very end. So that was really exciting. That was 10 out of 10. Recommend.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it was sweet.
Rely Quest Bowl. Be there. Next year will be a playoff game at the big house, but yeah, you know. All right. Good question, Sam. Thank you for asking. Let's go to the other thing that I think that we need to hit on. We need to have a quick discussion on this. It's gonna be my Serenity Now moment. Brought to you by ReliaQuest. Protect yourself, ReliaQuest. Serenity freaking now. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. I'm done with it. I'm over it. I'm done. No more Jared Goff chants at any sporting event not named the Detroit Lions. No more. The Detroit Pistons are playing great. Cheer for the Pistons. The Detroit Tigers are in the playoffs and Jared Goff's getting chanted. No. No, no, no. It is the dumbest chant. It's people who don't know ball, people who don't know anything about ball, people who don't have never held a ball are chanting Jared Goff. I'm sick of it. I'm done with it. Serenity freaking now. Jared Goff. I love Jared Goff, by the way. I love Jared Goff. Nothing against Jared Goff. It's the people who are chanting Jared Goff that I have issues with. Serenity freaking now. Sam, give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I would say anybody that watches the Lions might understand he's okay. You could chant other names. You could chant Amon-Ra St. Brown. You could chant Jahmyr Gibbs. You could chant Aiden Hutchinson, right? I would argue a lot of those people might be bigger players than Jared Goff, who's just sometimes eats the ball to nobody. But that's me. I don't know. I don't watch every weekend.
I think Sam just hit the nail on the head. Mic drop. It's on the podcast. Sam just knocked it out. If Jared Goff did not have the offensive line he did, he would not be last in the league. He cannot run. He cannot move. He's a sitting duck. The only reason he's good is because of his offensive line. And he has a wide receiver that bails him out 2/3 of the game. Jared Goff chance can go right up the road. He hasn't done anything yet. If he wins a Super Bowl, you can give it to him a little extra, but then they need to stop. He hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah. See, so I agree with both of you, but I disagree with the people doing it. I don't think it's Jared Goff.
No, I know. The people are.
Yeah. I like Jared Goff. He's soft spoken. He's a dog. He like has his players' backs. Like he got all of the linemen Wagyu steaks. Like that's sick. Great dude. Seems like a dude's dude. It's the idiotic, non-ball knowing fans who are chanting the shit at a Grand Rapids Griffins game.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. I'm sick of it. Chant for the team, the games you're at. Starting now. But shout out to the Lions. 1 seed. Can't wait. We've already kind of delved into it. We're going to delve into it more next week with Ford Field Frank, hopefully. Do you guys have anything else? Do you want to talk about Verlander and San Francisco Giants outfit? Do you want to talk about Mick Cronin crying and talking shit about his players after Michigan tore him up? Do you guys want to talk about the Minnesota Golden Gopher girl going pro to the Gotham City FC? Do you want to talk about Max losing to a computer again on fantasy football? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Real quick shout out to our Premier League teams. We're all doing great now. We're just steady, and what are we? 9, 10, 11. Just boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Great stuff to us.
Who's 11?
You.
Yeah, you should have asked him.
That's all right. It's all right. I like it. All right, good one. Good job, Sam. Max, any last thoughts?
Nah, UCLA basketball players are delusional, soft, and full of themselves.
That's what the UCLA head coach Sam said last night after the game. How can you say that about your players?
He said about his own players?
Mm.
Dude's got to get fired. Sorry.
Yeah, his name's Mick.
He said he has the most energy at practice and he can't stand it. His players are delusional, soft, and full of themselves.
Yeah, it sounds like he needs to go coach a Big Ten team. Might be happier.
I agree. He sounds like he should go off over to maybe Nebraska. He'd be a good fit there.
Maybe Indiana.
Indiana. No, they'd eat his ass up. All right, really, really good roundtable, guys. Great bracket. I'm literally looking forward to the NFL playoffs this weekend. Before we get out of here, we've got 35 seconds on the clock for Sam's Cooler Talk, presented by Modelo. All right, Sam, ready?
Yeah.
Which conference has won the most bowl games in college football so far?
The ACC.
Close, but no cigar. Big Ten. 9 wins. Number 1 current ranked women's college basketball team.
South Carolina.
So usually a good guess, but it's UCLA. Which conference has the most teams ranked in the top 25 of men's college basketball? Not usually a conference you think of. Not usually this sport.
The Big 12? Is that what it's called?
Not a bad guess. SEC.
You said not usually, and I was gonna say I was between the ACC and the SEC.
Damn it, I screwed you. All right, last one. Who wears number 11 for the Lions this year?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
He's their punt returner.
Oh, Raymond, right?
Yep, got it. Khalif Raymond, good job. Hey, well done. All right, guys, great episode. That's all for episode 118 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. And here we go. Our quote comes from Zaza Pachulia. Playoffs are fun. So true, Zaza. So true. All right, boys, that's all for episode 118. Thank you both for your great attentiveness and authenticity. Let's have a great week, a great weekend, and go sports.